Yo, what's up guys, it's Rifftic, and in this video, I'm going to be going over 5 big common mistakes that I see a lot of players making in PvP in Tower of Fantasy. This guide is going to be geared a little bit more towards newer players to PvP, but I do think that it will have some value for even high-ranked players to help you guys improve. So with that, let's get into it. If this helps, remember to like and subscribe, and let's get started. The first mistake that I commonly see is pretty simple, to be honest, but it's still one that I see being made a lot, and that is people just don't know the rules to Apex League, aka PvP. And kind of what I want to show you guys is just, if you click up here in the top left, when you go to Apex League, you can see all of the rules. All the rules are laid out right here for Apex League, for PvP, and you can read all of them with your eyeballs. So I'd highly recommend doing that. Just know everything, because it's just important. There's a lot of mechanics that are in PvP that aren't in PvE. So make sure you go over this. A couple things I want to specifically highlight is that it is fully balanced. It is completely balanced. A Whales character, an absolute Giga Whales character, 6-star, max matrices, everything, juiced out, is the exact same as a 0-star free-to-play player's character. As long as you have the character, they are equalized in PvP. That includes base stats, weapon stats, relic stats, the level of the weapon, all of that. And also, another thing people don't usually know is that weapon resonance is disabled in PvP. Weapon resonance is this effect right here, the buff you get from having different combinations of weapons, whether it's the attack, benediction, balance, or fortitude. These do not count in PvP. Everybody is the same no matter what comp you're running. What does matter in PvP is the elemental resonance. There's a difference. Weapon resonance, elemental resonance. Elemental resonance is something like Nemesis or Frigg, who's about to come out, where it increases volt attack by 15% and volt resistance by 25%. I'm actually not sure about the resistance. That seems really big. I didn't realize how huge that is. But anyway, those do work in PvP. At least the attack buff does, I know for sure. So the next thing I wanted to go into was the tab spam. This is the next mistake people commit mistakes. The next mistake people make is that they don't use the tab spam, and I'm just gonna go over it really quickly because I've gone over this multiple times in my past videos. But basically, tab spam, whenever you use a ranged weapon, whether it's auto attacking or using ranged abilities or even ranged discharges, for example with Nemesis, when you spam tab and use ability, it can double the range because it auto locks onto your opponent. So make sure you learn how to do this. I have another video that goes really in depth in it. It's my best settings and keybinds video. So go check that out. I'll leave a link to it in the top right hand corner. But that kind of leads us into our third mistake, and that is have the right camera and keybind settings. This is one that a lot of people make. There are a couple ones that are very important to turn off. For example, discharge skill animation. You don't want to be locked into an animation and get all disoriented in the middle of a PvP game. That would just be really bad. So stuff like that, stuff like changing your keybinds to, I recommend switching your weapon 1 and your ability. So you have your weapons as 1, 2, 3 and your skills as E. Again, my keybinding video goes over all of that, so make sure to check that out. But on to the fourth tip, and that is watching your shield. I can't really show you guys because I am not currently in a PvP match, but right below your health bar is a second health bar, which is the white one, and that is your shield. You want to constantly be looking at this and looking at your opponent's shield, and this sort of determines what trades you guys are going to take. PvP is all about taking trades. It's every time you engage with an enemy, every time you go in for a Meryl discharge, for I don't know, a Coco autoing, every time you're going in and doing damage to the enemy, you're looking at your shield. You want to be constantly mindful of that, and basically, because a single shield break can mean the difference between winning and losing a game, especially in the current meta with Crow, who just does insane damage. A single shield break, it could cost you a life. So make sure to constantly look at your shields. And the final tip I wanted to give you guys is to not give up after the first death. If you are the first one killed, even if your enemy has maximum health, it looks like you've completely lost the game. I see a lot of people who just give up. They just jump in the water and just swim away, and that's a real shame because, to be honest, I find that the person who dies first actually has an advantage most of the time. A lot of the games that I play have like serious comebacks where the first person who dies comes back, has the 25% damage increase. That's big. That's very big. A lot of people don't know that is that when you die, when you come back, you have a 20, I forget where it says, right here. When an opponent dies, they resurrect at a random resurrection spot with full HP, all negative status removes, and their damage is increased by 25%. This makes comebacks happen very, very often. So just don't give up. Play the game to the end and see what happens. You have nothing to lose other than your rank. But anyways, the final, I wanted to put in one last little tip here for you guys. I know it's technically 6, but it's like a half tip, if you will. And that is, don't focus on your rank too much. A lot of people, they really like get stuck in this mindset of, oh, my win rate needs to be really high. I need to go on these win streaks and win. And they get really down when they lose a game, and then they're like, oh, I'm back where I started. I dropped a rank. Like, oh man, they get really, really discouraged. And this is just a shame. I think a better mindset to go into it is just play to improve and continually go into the next game thinking, okay, I'm going to do this tiny thing better than I did in my last game. A very good example of somebody who has taken this advice is a player on my server. I believe he's 71. His name's Cake, and he has a 49% win rate, and he's Grand Marshal. He's just played the game. Now, granted, he's played over 750 games, which is a lot, but it just goes to show you can lose more games than you win and still get Grand Marshal. So it's yours. The title and the mounts are yours for the taking. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If it helped you, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you guys, because I just hit 50 subscribers this morning. I woke up and saw that. I was like, fuck yeah, dude, let's get it. I'll probably make a dedicated video once I get 100 subscribers, but I just want to put that in at the end and just thank you guys. This has been really cool, and I'm excited to put out more videos for you guys. So with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.